And there they go in the first. Winning the start was Merlin Lady, but Swish Shroud from the outside, trying to head it off in the run to the first turn. Gets a length in front and crosses now, driving up to be second. Excise Duty bumped there with the favourite, which went back to third and fourth last, namely No Rick Lass, and into the back. Swish Shroud 3 in front. Excise Duty out after it. 2 away, Blackney Flyer. 4 further back in the field to No Rick Lass. Well out of it next, Merlin Lady. Second last, Gallant Trinity. Last of all, Bimbadee, but Excise Duty went to the front. A length in front of Swish Shroud. 2 away running on Blackney Flyer, but Excise Duty's got the first one. Blackney Flyer runs on to get second. Third, Swish Shroud. Next in the event, then No Rick Lass put out of business on the first turn, the favourite. Next to finish, Merlin Lady. A good gap to Bimbadeen, and last of all in the event was Gallant Trinity. 258 on race number.
Ready now. Hawaiian Racing, Miss Kylie Irish on the inside, began fairly well. Chagrin Bow away reasonably, and out wide Pinaroo Spot. The big fellow looks like leading. Into the back, and Pinaroo Spot in front by a length and a half to Chagrin Bow. They're followed by Mr. Mork. Excise Duty up on the outside. Back on the inside of Excise Duty would have been Lacey's Lad, and they were followed further back, starting to make a bit of ground. Black Candle and Miss Kylie Irish well out of ground. Oh, Chagrin Bow's run that other runner right off the track as they're about to turn for home, and this has left the way clear for Excise Duty to drive home in front of Black Candle. And Excise Duty wins it. Black Candle has run second. Third, Miss Kylie Irish. Chagrin Bow has still finished fourth after running Pinaroo Spot right off the track on the bend. They were followed further back in the field then by Lacey's Lad. Next to come in Flaming Apollo, well back Mr. Mork, and last Pinaroo Spot.
$5, Excise Duty the favourite. See how he goes. Racing, jumped very quickly out wide. So too inside of him did Mr. Mork, who gets across quicker. Pushing up on the centre, Braw Laddie. There's a traffic jam around the first turn, and Brindle Moss gave it away and went very deep. Into the back they go, and Excise Duty is pouring on the pressure now. Goes to the lead from Mr. Mork, followed close handy by Braw Laddie. Further back then Mini Dot, and then on the outside Catrot King. They were followed by Southern Famous. Space to Precious Ice, followed then by Brindle Moss. But homeward bound the favourite, looking solid, Excise Duty. It's 3 in front, trying to pick up some headway, Mr. Mork, but can't do so. In fact, getting up for second, Braw Laddie, but Excise Duty wins well from Braw Laddie. In third position, Mr. Mork, followed close up Southern Fame. They were followed by Catrock King back in that division, with Brindle Moss, Precious Ice and Mini Dot all in a bunch together. Southern Fame has run about fourth. 8-5.
Hawaiian Racing now, Forewarned jumped only fairly the favourite. It's mustering speed now, but Rainbow's Wonder wanted to crash over towards the inside. The favourite was tightened for a stride or two, and Rainbow's Wonder found the fence. Forewarned found plenty of trouble, and it is last. And down the back, Rainbow's Wonder led by 2. Out after an Excise Duty, they've got it to themselves. They're 8 or 10 to Doryman. Further back in the field, they're making some ground. Diamond Crusher from Southjet, then No Rick Lass. Well out of it, Magic's Pride, and likewise at the rear was Forewarned, but into the straight. Taking over now, Excise Duty. It's raced away from Rainbow's Wonder. Well clear of Doryman, but Excise Duty wins by 3. Rainbow's Wonder second, 8 away third, Doryman. Next to finish, Diamond Crusher from Magic's Pride, then Forewarned. No Luck the favourite, Forget It's Run. Second last was Southjet, and last of all, No Rick Lass. Favourite drawn the outside, and there they go. He jumped okay too, Excise Duty, but Power Plus will lead early. Showing good pace deeper out on the track now was Excise Duty, working up to be second around the first turn. Touch of Nonsense gets the third, but the favourite takes over, and he races away, Excise Duty, to lead by 5. Touch of Nonsense second, Cathray Flyer railing up, then Power Plus, Ruby Red. Further back, Molly's Mate from 30 Days, and last of all, Brazen Star. Oh, but count the margin. How many lengths is this going to win by? Excise Duty, let's see, it's 10 or 12 in front now. Touch of Nonsense running on with Molly's Mate and battling on Cathray Fly, but Excise Duty, I reckon he's won by 15. Touch of Nonsense second. Third's tight between Molly's Mate and in the centre battling, or rather in the centre battling on Touch of Nonsense. Then 30 Days, Ruby Red, and last of all, Power Plus, bar 1. Here's Brazen Star.
Ready? Racing Forest Jewel missed it, so too did Excise Duty. They're back at the tail. Best away, Great Zill coming after it, Dingerfoot, and right around the outside, carving into it is Call Me Megsy. Slipping up on the rail is Simply Seeker. It's a threat. Further back in the field behind those, Gifted Gambler. Well back out of it, trading places. Forget all about Forest Jewel. On the top turn off the back though, and the leader kicks Great Zill. It got 3 in front. Railing through, Dingerfoot looking a bit of a chance. Squeezed out of it, Simply Seeker. Further back on the outside, running on Excise Duty. In the straight, Great Zill clear. Excise Duty trying with Dingerfoot, but it's just lasted Great Zell from second placing Excise Duty. Third, I think, Dingerfoot. In that Group 2 was Call Me Megsy, and then came on the outside Gifted Gambler, further back into Simply Seeker, who was one of the last in. Trading Places, Forest Jewel tailed off.
And racing now from the inside, Wairangi jumped quickly, showing pace. Earlsfield and King's Occasion. Deeper out, Southern Fame, Excise Duty the favourite. Very wide around the first turn, where Wairangi the leader. By a length and a half to King's Occasion. Riling up Dawkins Image a lot closer tonight. Going forward now was the favourite Excise Duty. Further back, Trifari, Southern Fame, then Earlsfield, and well back Main Commando. Excise Duty out after Wairangi. It ranges up on the outside. Two to Dawkins Image running on. Likewise Trifari, but Excise Duty goes to the lead. The pink shoots away. Excise Duty in front of Trifari and Dawkins Image, and Excise Duty a length and a half. Trifari second, Dawkins Image third, then Wairangi. Next to finish, Southern Fame, a nice run by the stayer. Then King's Occasion. Further back in the field, Earlsfield and Main Commando was a long last. Racing. Catrock King jumped fairly. Top Class began quickly. Sanjamatani going with it, and deeper out Excise Duty is going to be very handy, the favourite around the first turn, with Sanjamatani led Top Class. Excise Duty scouting wide gets to third. Back nearer the inside, then Last Supreme from Catrock King. Well back Mr. Chadwick with your Borderland, who's Azar last. Sanjamatani led by a length and a half. Top Class trying hard and joining in on the outside Excise Duty, but Sanjamatani still the leader. Trying hard Top Class with Excise Duty. Well, they bumped heavily into the straight, but the favourite got the best of it. Excise Duty went to the lead, and Excise Duty wins by 2. Mr. Chadwick's got up the run second. Last Supreme third. Top Class has missed the place. Likewise, Sanjamatani finishing up ahead of it were Huzaza and your Bordelais, and Catrock King last with Sanjamatani second last.
Ready? Off. Excise Duty, the slowest to begin, will give away 5 lengths, and also slowly away Rove on BD. Beginning fast is Heavenly Duty, leads Emi-Do by 2 lengths around the first turn, with True Echo third inside. Miss Magic Bow checked off their heels, Blue Rocket. Here comes Excise Duty, putting in powerful strides now, making up good ground, and second last Rove on BD with Royston Flyer behind it. Off the back, in front Heavenly Flash. Here comes Excise Duty, storming up behind them. Emi-Do on the outside, around the turn Excise Duty takes the rails, and Excise Duty coming away for a great win by 2 lengths to Miss Magic Bow, a length away third Heavenly Flash. Then Emi-Do, followed by Blue Rocket. Well back in the field, Rove on BD. Then came True Echo and Royston Flyer. 4:47 the first split, 17:40 the second. And the time for the Skipper Kibble Stake, 30 and 51. The winner number 2, Excise Duty. Coming from last, number 2, Excise Duty first by Knocklaun Gold out of Grencin Lass. Owned by the Moonta Hotel Syndicate, managed by Ravenscroft. Trained by B. Cross at Moonta Bay, and the Moonta Hotel Syndicate were here last week in force, and I dare say most of the members are here tonight after last week's incredible run, being away similarly last week and making up an incredible amount of ground on third man to be beaten a length and a half, but with not that class of greyhound to chase tonight, Excise Duty has been too good. Number 2, Excise Duty first. Number 10, Miss Magic Bow has run second by Bowetzel out of Miss Retnam, trained by B Shadow at Pabinga, whelped May 86. And 1, Heavenly Flash, has run third by Royal Rumpus out of Quite a Lass, trained by Marianne Jovanovic at Gawler River. Tom Cass favourite, and began only fairly, in fact mustering good speed now. Tom Cass to share the lead with Gold Potty on the first turn. Dropping out to last is Excise Duty and Long Gone. Into the back the leader Gold Potty by a length and a half. Tom Cass second, Railing Stars Sun to be third, a length away. 2 lengths to Bosnian Champ fourth, cutting down to the rail. Then came Long Gone, Excise Duty very wide on the track. Festival Bing and Butterbox Lady last. Off the back Gold Potty shortening stride, trampled on by Tom Cass and Railing Stars Sun. Around the outside Excise Duty flying home, pushing up on the inside Bosnian Champ. Wide out Excise Duty storming home, got up. Excise Duty by a head. Second Long Gone, third possibly Tom Cass. There looked to be 7 possible winners on the home turn. Bosnian Champ was one of those. Then Butterbox Lady, Festival being well back was Stars Sun and Gold Potty. Unreal race. 4, 5 and 3. Well, it looked as though there was going to be a photo for sure there. By the way, some of those were going home, coming to the home turn. Gold Potty had had enough. Tom Cass jumped on his heels, probably cost him about a length, and coming around the outside, Excise Duty with a late run. Dropped out to last as he has been doing. He was in the middle of the track around the home turn, Excise Duty. He ran right to the outside down the home straight, and he's cut down Long Gone. They were both second last and last with a lap to go. 4, 5 and 3. 4, 5 and 3. Number 4, Excise Duty first by Knocklaun Gold out of Grencin Lass. Here's the lure. Ready. They're off. Damien's Mate missed the start, and first out, Real Tradesman crossing to the rails. Crossing to the rails, Bushy's Girl flattened half the field, including Top Jazz, Speedy Spook and Damien's Mate, and they're back near the rear. In front, Real Tradesman tracking a little bit wide by a length and a half to Bushy's Girl. A length away, Top Jazz running on from Caught Off Guard. Very wide and well back, Excise Duty, followed by Speedy Spook. Then came African Sparkle and Damien's Mate. Off the back, coming quickly, Top Jazz races alongside Real Tradesman. Turning for home down the outside, Excise Duty with a great run. Top Jazz and Real Tradesman. Maybe Real Tradesman and nose. Flying is Excise Duty, making it very interesting as well. I'll go Real Tradesman and nose from Top Jazz and a nose to Excise Duty. Then came Speedy Spook, African Sparkle, well back, Bushy's Girl, Caught Off Guard, Damien's Mate. This is tight. The time is 30.71, race 3 Angle Park. Nothing in this, and there's shocking photos to line up when they're that wide apart. Excise Duty, the Northern Visitor from Moonta Bay, winding up with a great run. Real Tradesman boxing on, and Top Jazz looking like winning, but just didn't have the condition there. And oh, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a dead heat here between Real Tradesman and Excise Duty. Now, looking at the still on the on Sky Channel, the frozen frame or the freeze frame, it does look like